Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome again to another painting tutorial. Just to be honest with you, I was supposed to upload a video yesterday, but then there was some construction thing going on upstairs, so you could hear all the hammering and all that stuff, and I don't want those sounds to be included in my video. Now it's lunchtime and I am hoping that they're not gonna make any noise while I'm doing this video. Anyway, I was supposed to paint another lotus pond or water lily pond yesterday, and now I'm not changing the subject, but I'm changing the what they call this. I'm changing the view of our painting. Now it'll be a bird's eye view type of painting, meaning as if you're looking from above. Yesterday I was doing something as if you're looking like parallel to the I hope I'm making sense. Parallel to the lotus pond. I hope I'm making sense, guys. It's like a human eye view. When you're standing and looking at the lotus pond. I hope I'm making sense. I'm just talking too much. All right, so here are the colors that we'll be using for today's painting tutorial. We have lemon yellow, titanium white, primary blue, sap green, red, and black. And actually, these are the colors that I was using yesterday. In fact, I was 8 minutes in when I was doing the video, but then the hammering started and I just don't want to continue with that sound. All right, so I'm gonna background first my canvas. My canvas is size A3, so if you want to have an exact size as mine, you can get an A3 canvas. I'm using a canvas paper. Now let's start backgrounding first my canvas paper. I'll be using my phthalo blue or my primary blue. I'll be adding a little bit of black, but make sure that blue is more dominant than the black. We don't want to use pure black at the moment because we'll be using pure black later for the detailing. So I'll be using this color. We will not be covering everything because a lot of it will be covered with water lily pads. So it's a waste of time for us if we just cover it. If you already have a black canvas, that would help. But actually the black canvas or the black color is not the actual color that we need for the background. But I think you can also have that one. You can also have that one. It will be a little different, but not too much, okay? Okay, remember again that some areas will not be colored this color simply because I will be covering it with with water lily pads. And I'm going everywhere, meaning I don't have a particular direction. I'm just coloring it. I keep hitting my the camera stand. So Okay, just like that. You can definitely fix the edges later. Doesn't have to be perfect at the moment. All right. Okay. Now I'm gonna sketch where the leaves are gonna go, where the lily pads are gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna use a different brush for that one so that you can see. I'll be using white so that you can see it against the background that is quite dark. I don't want to use green because you probably won't see it. So for the first leaf, remember that this is a bird's eye view painting. So that one. If you know it's like a pizza with a slice, right? Okay. Small one. Remember that you don't have to use white. I'm only using white for the benefit of those who might have a hard time seeing the color against the dark background that I have here. This is only for purposes of visibility. Okay. It's quite cropped. So there will be some cropped leaves. I don't know if you're a fan of cropping. I am a fan of cropping my subjects. Just feels more continuous. Like you really don't know what's going on outside or beyond the borders of the painting. That's what makes it more mysterious. Even if we're painting a realistic subject or a realistic, in a realistic style, still want to add some sort of mystery by cropping the subject. All right. Okay. All right. I want to underpaint now the leaves. All right. For the underpainting of the leaves, we'll be using some sap green. Okay, sap and then red. Maybe a little bit of yellow, more red, just to tone the color down. Okay, a little bit of white because we don't want it to be too dark. Let's try this one out. Okay, I'll be using more my sap green. Pretty easy. That's one. Okay, again, right here. Okay, and just paint everything that you see. This is quite easy. Okay, I'm gonna make this overlap the small leaf. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow to this area. I keep hitting my camera. Also here. And here. Okay, I will use my palette knife later in detailing even more each leaf. Okay, like that. Maybe add a little more leaf right there. Okay, now we're gonna use a different color for this one. I'll be using my yellow, but I'm not really washing my brush. I'll be adding a little bit of, okay, that's too much red. This yellow. Maybe white. This is like a dead water lily. Okay, and because I'm a fan of finger painting, I'm just gonna use my fingers in applying or distributing the colors. Okay. I'll be adding some sort of browny color. This is very abstract-ish right here, just to suggest that there's some dead leaf underneath. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but I kind of like the effect. Later this will make more sense. So just add greens and browns going on. You know, sometimes even if we want to paint realistic paintings, abstract also helps in adding more details. Okay. All right, as you can see here, I really didn't paint over the sketch lines because I want that to be there so that I'll be guided where other details are gonna go. For now, let's just get a pure black. Using pure black, I'm just gonna go around each leaf. This will give it more dimension, making our leaf more 3D. So just go around the leaf. This is the reason why I really didn't use pure black for our background color. We don't want that because once we use this black, it will be useless basically because it cannot be seen. So now that we use blue and black, this black outline will make more sense. This area is still wet, but I'm quite impatient. I painted over it. Right. Still very raw, in all honesty. Okay. Now I'm gonna use another brush. Let's go back to the leaves. I'm gonna use my black again. It's still wet. Okay, let's not use our black because it's still wet. I'm gonna use my green and white. So just mix your white and green together. We're gonna dry brush a bit. Some yellows are mixing. Right, just like that. Let's go to this leaf. So again, just go around the edges. We're trying to make some highlights now. I'll be getting a little bit of yellow just to scatter that color right here. Okay, like that. Right, like that. Okay, also on this leaf, the dead one, we'll be adding more details here later so that it really looks like a dead leaf. When I'm painting nature, I make sure that there's some sort of natural colors going on. We don't want it perfect. When it's perfect, it just looks plastic to me. Okay, I'll be adding a little bit of yellow here and there just to suggest some more detailing. Okay, let me get back to my black. Okay, this area is already dry. Okay. All right. Now, using pure green, no, not pure green, I'll be adding some black color to my sap green. So add a little bit of black to make the color more dark. You can add red. You can also do that to make it dark. But I like to use black to darken my colors. I don't know if it's just me, but some people don't like to use pure black. Me, I like to use pure black. I actually need more black. Okay, now I'll be using some, or I'll be doing some spots, okay, on the leaves. Again, we want to make sure that it looks natural. Okay, I'm gonna mix my black with my green. Okay, I haven't really outlined this area, so just outline it using black. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna use another brush, just a clean brush. I'm gonna grab my yellow and I'm just gonna dry brush, meaning I did not really wet my brush, and I want the effect of dry brushing on my leaves. Okay, like that. Using some white. Again, just dry brush. Just like that. Okay, using white. Okay. I'm gonna use a thinner brush, meaning a more pointy one. I'm gonna get my black and I'm gonna add more details. Okay, I'm gonna create some brown, so I'm gonna mix my red, yellow, and black, maybe a little bit of green and white to create some brown. If you have burnt sienna, you can definitely do away with this step. I just don't have any more burnt sienna. I'm gonna add a little bit of that color to the leaves so that it looks more natural. I'm also adding a little bit of water so that when I apply the paint, it looks more, again, natural. I keep saying natural. It's just my technique. So just apply a little more water than usual. Okay. A little bit of white spots on the water. I'm adding a little bit of yellow as well. And I forgot to outline again this area. Right, just like that. Okay, let me check. Okay, this looks nice. But as I told you, we'll be using our palette knife later. I'm just darkening some areas on the water area, on the water part. I'm just darkening it to apply or to give it more depth and dimension. Just some areas, not everything. Okay, now let's use our palette knife because I'm just so excited to use my palette knife. So using my palette knife, I'm just gonna go and grab some green and maybe brown. Just gonna mix them all together. Black. Let's try this one out. I'm gonna grab a little bit of yellow as well, just to make it more like yellowy. Just like that. Okay, more green, but the brown is mixing, it's all right. Okay, I'll be adding some black markings. I'm just using black, but I'm also grabbing some other colors by accident, so just go with it. I'm gonna use my light green. Just go around. These are small details that you may do away with, but if you're doing it, it's gonna make a little more difference. Some black. We're trying to make some more details, especially on the dead leaves underneath, or I mean underwater. Okay, again, I want to make some more brownie colors. Brownie spots. I like how nature creates its own colors. This looks good already. I love it. Okay. I'm gonna create some more spots. And I'm gonna insert a little bit of white. I forgot to outline that area, so don't forget to outline. Okay, using black. Right. I'm using white. As you can see here, I'm not really using a lot of colors. I just keep repeating using the same palette. Green, yellow, brown. Okay. I'll be making some dark greens. And now using brown, let's create some, you know, those floating stems or strings? Did I just call it string? You know, those part of the leaves. That are left underwater. It's so hard to explain sometimes. All right, maybe I'll use another brush. I'm just gonna get my green. I'm gonna try to spread some green color. Just more highlights. Okay, now using white. All right. Just like that. All right, just like that. I want to add more yellowness to my leaves. So I'm gonna get my yellow. I'm gonna add water. And I'm gonna start glazing it be careful with this step. You might just paint over some areas that are still wet. I'm using a lot of water so that it creates some patterns that I would otherwise not have achieved if I'm just waiting for it to dry. Or I mean, if I'm just applying it using a normal brush stroke. Let me check. Okay, more detailing, especially for those crop leaves. Just gonna add. So the technique here is to just add browns and greens and yellows randomly on each leaf, because you don't want it to look perfect. You want it to look natural. And for it to look natural, you have to be a little random than usual. We're not painting a building or any man-made subject. Because if it's man-made, let's say a building, you have to be really, really accurate about the measurements, proportion, and all that stuff. But when we're painting nature, what is important is balance. Balance. Like visually. Nature has its own way of balancing itself. It just looks balanced when it's natural, right? Okay. I'm gonna get my green and black, and I'm just gonna go like that, just around the edges. Again, it's not super of a big deal. But I want it to be there. Let me check. All right, this is nice, in all honesty. Now I just need to glaze a little bit this area. We want it to appear as if it's really underwater. So I'm gonna, oh, wrong color, sorry guys. So I'm gonna use black. I was supposed to use black, but then I grabbed yellow. I don't know why. So I'm gonna glaze it with black, darkening a portion of this, what do you call this? Like a branch. Just darkening, not the whole thing. Some areas will be dark, some will be light. Just like that. It's a very minor detailing, but just love it to do. I just love to do it. I'm gonna use some more pointy brush. We're almost done, to be honest. Okay. Using white. So I'm just adding a little more detailing. Let me check. Okay. Wow. Did not expect this. Okay. All right. I think I can sign this now, right? I think I can sign this now. Or maybe not. I'm gonna use my black, mix it with the green color, because I want to obsess even more. Oops, sorry. Okay. All right, so I think I'm gonna sign this now because it's done. So for the signature, I'm just gonna use white, and I'll probably sign, not sure where to sign it. Maybe right here or right here. Yeah, I'm gonna sign right here, a very small signature. All right, and we're done, guys. We're done, and I hope you enjoyed this one. If you like this one, let me know in the comment section below. If you're painting along with me, let me know as well in the comment section below. You can definitely go crazy on this painting, meaning add more details. But let me just add one more detail. I'm just gonna get my black, and I'm gonna, okay, darken this area to add a little more dimension. Also this part. So there will be areas that are quite dark. All right. As you can see here, I'm obsessed. Right. Okay. As I was saying, if you like this video, let me know in the comment section below. If you're painting along with me, let me know in the comment section below. And if you painted along with me in the past, let me know. You can tag me or send me a message on Facebook, maybe on Instagram. You can do that. All the links are also on my profile. Sorry, on my profile. And yeah, see you in my next video, guys. Bye.